Hang on till the end and I'll put in some spurious, irrelevant point to keep you watching. So just anybody remember, I think it was in 2011, and I used to really look forward to the forthcoming episode of 2.5 Men. It was around this time that Charlie Sheen, and it was a really funny series, him and John Cryer, just fantastic, and the writing was fantastic. Waiting for the next episode, and the next episode never came. Of course, it was all over the papers. Charlie Sheen just had a massive meltdown that, let's face it, everybody could see was coming. I think he'd had a set to with the producer, he'd had a set to with the writer. He got booted out. They ended his contract, which meant effectively he was sacked. So on a micro level, I'm going to get slagged for this, but I don't care. I don't care. On a micro level, on a almost incomparably small level, I was watching Regular Guy, and he was doing a live, and I think he was doing it from Dumaguete, so it was either Why Not or he's in Sideways bar, and he was on his evening time. He was on his, I think, maybe third beer, and somebody was shouting at him. I don't know if it was the barman, you know, keep the noise down, buddy, you know. So he sort of like, he reduced the volume of his voice. Then it rose up again after about 15 seconds, and then he got asked to quieten down again, and he's going slightly more puce in colour each time. But he had loads to talk about. He's got this thing where apparently he thinks he's going to be deported. He's not. I dug into it. And worst thing that can happen is he's been made persona non gratis in one of the cities in the Philippines, in CDO. It simply is a gesture of displeasure of an individual. And nothing more. It's got no civil or criminal connotations. It's basically a nothingness until possibly, and this might be of his concern, I don't know, until possibly he goes to renew his visa and the immigration have got wind of it and don't consider him to be a desirable person in the Philippines. Who knows? That's not tomorrow. He's not being led away in handcuffs. He would probably love you to think that he was being led away in handcuffs imminently, but he's not. So he got louder and louder, more and more beers, bit of cash rolling in for him. Good for him. But it did remind me on a micro level of Charlie Sheen melting down a little bit and in the public eye. And I did notice, because this will be my second Regular Guy adjacent item, that if you are Regular Guy adjacent in any way, you get a whole new stream of, let's just call them comments, shall we? There's some real special ones, you know. Now, I guess if you're a very successful vlogger, or even a mildly successful one, unlike me, you're used to, you know, the brickbats. It's unbelievable what some people write, you know. Everything from your hair to your, you should give up tomorrow, to, I mean, I was laughing at them. But it's unbelievable. And I just can't help thinking, and I never think of me and what I'm going to do. I think of them and what their mental state must be. But I couldn't help noticing it. If you're Regular Guy adjacent, blinking heck, you get the worst possible people. You get nice people as well, but you know, it's often the case that people are the nastiest, are basically full of self-hatred. And you know, there's a bit of that coming over, and I thought, oh Jesus. So Regular Guy, I don't think he's going to get deported. He's very personable when you meet him. He may have inadvertently or even purposely in his past, you know, featured things that are a little bit on the edge. Really, guys, you know, there's some horrible people coming to the Philippines, people who should be immediately arrested and imprisoned for the rest of their lives because of what they do and what they want to do. These are the people that, you know, really you should be focused on if you care at all. He is just somebody, I think he's somebody who's just been around a long time, and he's managed to wind up one or two people over the years, and now all the vitriol and the venom is sort of coming out now. So it's a judgment on the mentality of the people who are commenting on him in a bad way, and obviously it's a comment on him as well, and how long he's been around, and I stand corrected by one comment that was made. It was true, I was lazy, I didn't bother to see how long he'd been in the Philippines. I took the word of that guy in Cebu, that troll, who said he'd been around here 30 years, so he hasn't. What probably he meant was he's been around Southeast Asia 30 years. He was 20 or 23 years in South Korea, and then he came to the Philippines. So, yeah, that's it. I'm not saying another word about him. I promise it's zipped. Zip! And no, there's no incentive at the end, so I don't care. I don't care.